Greetings to readers, viewers, and listeners, and welcome to this next edition of the annual Lenten tradition known as Letters for Lent. As with all these other videos, I wanted to say for the record that these videos are dedicated in memory of a wonderful Catholic friend and teacher, and also a coach too, Joseph Defino Sr., whom I'm indebted to when it comes to learning more about my faith. And I hope I've been doing a good job when it comes to transmitting the faith to you all. Um, for those of you who may not know, it's going to come up next week. So I want to just explain these videos are all about giving the themes for the readings for letters from the Lenten readings from the Roman Catholic Church, and kind of boiling them down and kind of explaining them in a way that everyone will understand. I know it was kind of hard for me to do during my last one, so I wanted to kind of refocus on this one for the fifth Sunday for Lent. This next theme is going to be all about forgiveness. This is a big one. I mean, this is a big theme to take on when it comes to not only forgiving yourself for anything you may have done, for all the bad things that you've done, for all the feelings of guilt, of shame, of just frustration that you might feel, but it's also forgiveness for others too. Um, it's also showing forgiveness for what they may have done to you, or as people that you might care about, or for things that you might not have said in the moment that can't be taken back. This is all about um, not only forgiving yourself, but also for forgiving others. Um, there's a word I'm going to be looking for in a future video that's going to be coming up that'll link into this. But the one thing I want to just explain is that it's not easy to forgive either yourself or others. I know from my own personal experience, it's hard for me to show grace or kindness to myself, um, and because I'll always push myself to do better, to be better, and it really kind of gets a little frustrating at times when I have these high expectations that don't get reached, or if I have a plan that I feel isn't going as well as I would like them to. Um, and we've all had that before. I mean, when it comes to Autism Acceptance Month, which is this month, which is in April. Um, but it's also about not only forgiving yourself for the bad things that you've done through no fault of your own, like social, financial, all that stuff. Even if your intentions are good and you always get flack for it, it's always nice to know that you can always forgive yourself. And I know it's really hard. I deal with the same thing too. Um, but it's also about forgiving others. Maybe something was said that was taken out of context. Maybe there was something that was made that you didn't even recognize. Socially, I mean, I think fellow Spectrumites, I wouldn't be alone in saying this, that we suffer a lot when it comes to social misunderstandings. Um, Maybe we say something that we feel isn't in our best interest, but it's something that we say in the moment, and it's something that we deal with in the moment. But then when we realize what we did that was wrong, sometimes it's too little too late, and we can only hope for the individuals to accept our apology and give us forgiveness for what we've done. Um, that goes both ways, however, so I want to just say that right out of the gate. Um, and it's also about not only forgiving, but also forgetting what happened. And I know it's a really tough thing to do, and sometimes it's tough when you have to forgive people for good, even though the anger, the frustration, the hurt is still fresh. all I want to say is this, in the words of Alfred from Batman and Robin, or Batman Forever, I guess: broken wings mend in time. One day, Robin will fly again. And I know it sounds a little, but I know it sounds a little bit Pollyannish, but it does happen. It can happen even with the best of friends. It can even with the worst of enemies. You just gotta trust that things will get better in time. And I know, I mean, I realize that it's not going to be easy, and it's not going to be, it's going to be hard at points. But the main thing is, do you forgive others as you're forgiven? Because God always forgives all of us for all of our transgressions. So I think that's the biggest thing to really take away from all this. Um, if you like these videos, there, dear readers and viewers and listeners, please like, share, subscribe. Um, and if you like these videos, please check me out here on the Autistic Super channel on YouTube. I will not be li- seeing social media outside of Messenger, but that's another story. Because of the commitment I make for Letters for Lent for the Lenten season, I give up social media. So that's kind of a sacrifice on my part. Next week we're going to be going into Palm Sunday, and then Good Friday, and then Easter Sunday. Oh, which the Palm Sunday is also going to be the Passover episode. So I just want to give a little bit more of a backstory of what's going to be going on. And maybe I might do one for a Divine Mercy Sunday. They'll get into another point. But I digress. But if you like these videos, please like, share, subscribe. And until next time, dear readers and viewers and listeners, stay safe, stay strong, keep the faith, and as always, shine on.